Hey everybody, welcome to the Razcast. I am Mr. Moore.
And Andy Hoskins right here, counselor.
All right, you like our new theme song?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You might find a better one for...
Maybe.
I don't know. All
right.
It works for today.
Episode 2, we're here to do the 7th grade orientation for you, so we should probably just get right into this, right?
Yeah, normally we would meet with you at back to school night and go over a few things, but since we can't do that this year, we wanted to send it to you virtually and through our podcast. What are we calling the podcast?
I can't decide. Are we going to call it the Razcast or the Pod Raz?
I'm kind of thinking Razcast.
Razcast sounds good.
Send us your votes.
It might change. So yeah, you can email us. That's anhoskins@wsd.net.
Bring it on. Send me some good names for a podcast.
Seriously. Okay. All right. So this normally would be done in a sweaty gym. So you get to do this from the comfort of your own home. You can pause us if you want. You can walk out. You won't offend us. So.
You might love it. You want to watch it over and over again.
Don't get too far. Wouldn't it be great to be a counselor to have that great optimistic view of everything?
Hey, how come we have last year's picture?
Well, okay, this was Raz last year with his construction hat. We're still in construction. It's going to be a couple months, and
that's true. While we settle in. All right.
Yeah. So the furniture's moving in this week. That was kind of nice. So we'll see what we get going on here. So, all right. So let's start with a little bit of an orientation to the school. This is new. You guys are going to be ahead of everybody else.
That's true.
Yeah,
they can read maps really well.
Well, we're going to walk you through it here.
Okay,
so
good.
This is kind of a layout here. Sorry, it's kind of fuzzy. I took a picture on my phone and uploaded this. But anyway, so here's what you're going to see when you first get here. This is the counseling office as you first walk in. It's on the right. So the main entrance is here. Counseling office is where a lot of cool things happen. A lot of cool people hang out. So who have we got there, Mrs. Hoskins?
So myself, Mrs. Hanson, and Mr. Richens are the three counselors there.
Why is there just a comma here? What do we do there?
Oh, well, we will be hiring an LCSW, a mental health counselor.
That's a licensed clinical social worker, for those of you that don't know your acronyms.
Yep, so we will have a full-time counselor, mental health counselor at our school, which will be amazing. That can be there to help anyone, help us, support us. It'll be great. We just haven't hired that person yet.
Awesome.
And then we have our registrar, and she's also our counseling secretary, Mrs. Peterson. She is your go-to person. You talk to her if you need to see one of us. This year will be a little different. We're going to put around the school.
A little?
Okay, a lot of things will be different. One thing different about if you want to see one of the counselors, trying to help with COVID and the restrictions that we have to do there. We will have, since everyone will have a Chromebook, we're going to have a form you can fill out online to request to see a counselor. Normally you would just walk in. If we're not busy, you'd sit down, or you could wait. But because we don't want people waiting around, we want you to send us a form, and then we will call you down when we are ready for you. Then we also have our amazing school resource officer, Officer Tesh. And I mean it. He cares about the kids.
He's great.
He requested to stay with us another year. They usually move him around, but he wanted to stay with us. So he's a great guy.
Awesome. Okay, and so next up we have...
No, hold on.
What?
I'm not done yet, please.
I am so sorry. Let's go back one then. Students, you have more, obviously. What is it?
I just wanted to let them know why you would come to the Student Center.
Ah.
Yes. If you are having problems with your schedule, obviously we're there to help with that. If you are having problems with friends, or maybe someone's bullying you, or you just have a concern about the school, just anything that you're worried about, please come talk to us. That's what we're there for. And we're there to help with homework. If you have a hard time figuring out how to get your assignments done, you don't know how to be organized, or you have a problem with teachers. I mean, Mr. Moore's kind of difficult to work with sometimes.
What?
He'll be one of your favorites. But we are there. If you're having any problems, please come see us in the Student Center.
And I'm not just saying this because these guys are my friends, because really these guys love the kids. I mean, it is, you guys are great like that. So.
Oh yeah, I missed everyone fourth quarter. So I did not want to be home. Oh, that was terrible.
That's because you have how many dogs?
Not true.
All right. Okay, now I can move on, right?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so as you're coming into the school, again, the counseling center is on your right-hand side. The main office will be on your left-hand side. We'll just put a box around that real quick here. So in the main office, we have a few folks. We have our administration. We have Mr. Murray and Mr. Hanson. Mr. Murray's been with us a whole year. Mr. Hanson, this is his first year at Roy Jr. So, a little bit of baptism here by fire. We got a lot going on this last year. So we also have our head secretary, Mrs. Morin. You want to take it from here?
Yeah, and she is there. You go in the main office, and she's kind of your go-to person as well. any of the office aides, secretaries that you'll see in there, they all are very friendly, very helpful. So you can go to Mrs. Morin. She usually takes care of more of the business side of the school and payments if you need to pay for something. But Mrs. Schroeder, Mrs. Palmer, and Mrs. Bodley can all help with that as well. And then our computer lab aide, she also works down in the office. Once in a while you'll see her there, but that's Mrs. Jones. And I believe her room's going to be up in the library.
We'll show you where that is in just a minute here.
And then something that's changed with the new school, Mrs. Steed with attendance used to be in the student center, but she is now going to be in the main office. So if you need to check in to school late, go talk to Mrs. Steed in the main office. If you need to come check your child out of school, you need to come into the building. For safety reasons, we need to see an ID. So you need to come in, show your ID, and then you can check your student out with Mrs. Steed.
And you'll also need to be on the approved checkout list.
Very true.
Just because you have ID doesn't mean you can, get out of school.
So if you're trying to send someone else to get your student, you need to make sure that they are on that list. Or call ahead to Mrs. Steed and let her know to add them.
Perfect.
And then our nurse is also going to be moved from the student center to the main office. And that's Mrs. Lords.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk a little bit about attendance here. Attendance is going to be a little bit different this year, obviously. Some of you will be online. Some of you might be out for a little while if you've been exposed. But why is attendance important?
If you're not there, then you can't learn. It's kind of hard for teachers to help you if you're not there. Whether that's there virtually or there in person, they can't help you. And you're missing out on a lot of information, especially now as a 7th grader. You don't just have one teacher to keep track of. You have 7 different teachers to go check in with when you miss a day, and that's a lot of work.
And I think the online thing's going to really help out a lot this year to have the ability to log in and see. Because we've all been pushed into this last couple of months, getting everything ready, put it on Canvas, and it should be good. If you miss a day, you get sick, something goes on, you'll be able to just log in and see.
I was thinking that same thing. It's very nice for students who maybe just have something like the stomach bug or something else that keeps them home for a couple days. They don't have to get behind. They can log on and check, see what they missed. Get onto Canvas and see what they did that day.
It's awesome. All right, bullying and harassment. You're over the Hope Squad. We have some things going on there. You want to talk about that and bullying? And
yes, this is something that obviously we wish we had a magic solution to just make everyone be nice and make this just stop. Unfortunately, this happens, and we take it seriously. We don't, tolerate it. Please, if you don't tell us that it's going on, we can't help you. And I find that's what happens a lot, is students are afraid to speak up about it, because then they're afraid the bully will get mad at them for telling, which sometimes happens, but you need to speak up, because if you don't, then they'll just keep doing it to you, or they'll keep doing it to other people, and they'll never learn, and we need to know about it so we can teach them. And a lot of times, there's something going on in their life, and that's why they're doing it, and we need to be able to help them as well. So please come talk to the administration, come talk to the counselors, Officer Tesh. Talk to a teacher that you trust, and they'll come talk to us if that's easier for you. But let's get it taken care of. And if you feel like you've been a bully before, you can change.
It's a fresh start.
Yeah.
Brand new building, brand new you.
There's let's see, how many elementary schools?
We got 5 feeders.
Coming in. That's a lot of new friends to make. Plus the 8th and 9th graders. I know that there's 7th graders that have made friends with older kids, so just make it a fresh start, be nice, and help each other out.
That's awesome. All right, next up. Oh, bullying and harassment. Here, we have an app here. This is called the Safe UT app. You can go out onto your Apple or your Android, thank you, your Apple or your Android stores, and you can download this. You can report all kinds of things. And what's really nice is if you need to wake up Mrs. Hoskins in the middle of the night because you got a tip on something hot, something's going on with a kid, she gets these in the middle of the night.
And we check them and we take care of them. We take it seriously.
Yeah, they go to Mrs. Hoskins and they go to Mr. Murray, our principal.
Yep.
So they know these things are going on. And the great thing is you can be anonymous. If you need some help, you can start talking to a crisis counselor. We totally get it. These last few months have been interesting. They've been really stressful.
Oh, they've been difficult. I've struggled too. It's just been hard to not feel. Sometimes you feel alone, even if you have your family around you. It's just been a different feeling. So that where it says a crisis counselor, that's not one of us at the school. It's an anonymous trained counselor, and they'll talk with you. And where it says submit a tip, that is anonymous, so you can send it to us and we can look into it. and we won't know that who sent it.
We want to know these things.
Yep.
Right? No sense in you coming to school and being miserable. That's just all there is to it.
Yep. Life's hard enough. Let's try to help each other out.
Seriously. Okay, lockers. Now, lockers are going to be a little bit different this year. You'll be assigned a locker, but we're not going to give you a comm quite yet. One of the reasons behind that is we want to discourage you from congregating, right, and possibly spreading something. But we're going to still give you a locker because we know that eventually you're going to get a locker. Comm. You'll still have the physical space. And there's a reason why we do that. You want to tell them why we're still going to give them the locker?
Oh, we love a tradition that we have at our school, and we did not want it to stop. And Mr. Moore, he's the one that started it, so it's all his fault. No, it's a good thing.
I have to do the work, so there we go.
We put vinyl on your locker, and the way you can get a vinyl is if you join a club, make a team, or in band, choir, make the National Junior Honor Society, make the honor roll, we have something called, there's honor roll, which is a GPA, and then there's on a roll, which is like a cinnamon roll, but you get recognized for improving something, and you get a cinnamon roll to eat.
Yeah, the cinnamon roll is one of the best parts, right? It's not that you are the straight A 4.0 student. It's that, you know what, we've recognized you have made some improvements. You're on a roll. You're getting the hang of this whole junior high school thing.
Yeah, it's cool. So there's lots of different ways to get a vinyl on your locker. Red Ribbon Week, if you participate in different activities, you can get a red ribbon. Anyways, it's kind of a big deal. The students love it, and so we didn't want that tradition to go away.
It's kind of funny when new people come into the school, like, they really, it's like, yeah, they just dig it. It's like a digital badge, only you can see it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hanging there on your locker.
And every year, kids have been respectful and don't take them off, so keep that tradition going of leaving the vinyl alone.
Please. All right, next up, electronic devices. This is going to be a little bit different because we're going to actually hand you an electronic device this year. We're going to give you your Chromebook. So when we talk about this, we're probably talking more like your phone or your game system and things like that. We don't want you abusing those. Your number one job at school is to be a student, but we totally get that you're going to, you need to blow off some steam and relax. So when it comes to electronic devices, just put them away. You can use your phone in the hall. You can use your game system at lunch, whatever. But once you get into a classroom, kind of respect the teacher and what they want to do with electronic devices. There'll be times to have your Chromebook out. There'll be times you have your Chromebook out and you're supposed to be working on an assignment. But if you're trying to log into a game site, well, it's not gonna work out real good. So,
and parents, you can help out by not texting your kid a bunch during the day. I mean, only if it's necessary. I just have run into a lot of students that it's the parent that keeps texting them about just some random things that could probably wait till a little later. And so just help us out that way and talk with your student about being respectful and not pulling their phone out while the teacher's teaching.
And we totally get it. If grandma's in the hospital or whatever,
that's different, yeah.
You go talk to your teacher as class starts. Say, hey, Mr. Moore, my grandma's in the hospital. She's not doing real good. I may get a text later. I'll work with you, right? Okay, you have to go to the bathroom, right? Well, you're not going to really go to the bathroom. You're going to go check your text and make sure grandma's doing okay. So we get that life is going on outside of school. And unfortunately, as a junior high school student, you don't have very much control over things.
Yep. But the key to this, like he said, is communication. The majority of our teachers, in fact, I could probably say all of them, if I think about it.
Hey, we're going to commit you, teachers. You hear that? You're all committed.
If you talk to your teachers ahead of time and you're the type of student that hasn't gotten a lot of warnings for your cell phone in the past, like you're a respectful student, but you have something come up like that, they will work with you.
Oh, let us know. We totally get, that's just the way life is. Even as an adult, we don't have a lot of control over what's going on, but you guys sometimes even less. Well, I can't get it to move forward. There we go. Hallway etiquette. This is going to be...
Every slide we get to is different this year.
It really is. I mean, there'll be some directional arrows that if you can follow them to keep, traffic pattern flowing, but this whole new building is going to be just all over the place, and none of these kids are wearing a mask. What's up with this?
Yeah. Wear your mask in the hallway. Follow the arrows. Don't congregate. We usually have students, get in groups together and talk forever in between class, and we have to yell at them to hurry to their class. But this year, we need you just to keep moving. Go from class to class. If you have to stop to the bathroom, that's fine.
And we're going to do another video shortly here on safety. It'll be starring our mascot Raz. And we're going to be using Coronavirus Rex. That's That's your dinosaur costume.
Yep.
Mrs. Hoskins was so excited when she got this costume.
Yes, you guys will be excited to see these videos.
They'll be amazing. Okay, now we've oversold it.
Yeah, okay. Now we gotta...
We'll move on. Dress code. It's going to be hot when school first starts. We totally get it. But there is still a dress code. I'll handle the top half, you can handle the bottom. How's that? Okay. Hats, not so much. Okay. We don't wear hats in school. It's going to be hard enough identifying people with their masks on. Part of the reason for not wearing this is, well, there's the gang-related thing, plus we need to know who people are in the building. When it comes to your tops, tank tops, not so much. So we want you to have at least a cap sleeve. We get it, it's kind of warm, but we have to enforce that. So you want to take over from here?
And just make sure everything's covered that needs to be covered. Your shorts need to be at least to the thigh. Usually they say the fingertips, you put your hands down.
Yeah,
mid-thigh. Sorry, I guess I should say not to the thigh.
Not to the thigh. There were some booty shorts there. We don't want that.
Please no booty shorts at the junior high.
Yeah.
And really, don't wear slippers to school. You need to have good shoes on. If you have any concerns, I know, especially with COVID hitting families and money's getting tight, and maybe school shopping's been a little tough, please come talk to the counselors. We have some resources that we can help with shoes. We can help with backpacks as well. So please don't let that be a reason that you are not meeting the dress code.
And you want to be dressed up really nice on that first Monday. We're back August 31st. That's school picture day.
Oh, very good.
Comb your hair all nice and put on a nice new shirt, and it'll be good. So that's kind of the dress code there. You'll figure out more about it as we go along, but generally, we want you to be comfortable in school.
Yes, and make sure that everyone else is comfortable around you too. Like, not feeling uncomfortable because of something you're wearing.
Yeah. Oh, so I can't put something naughty on my shirt like a slogan?
No, not if it's inappropriate and going to offend someone else.
Oh, I gotta go shopping again for school. Dang it. All right, getting involved. Now, this is a way that you can do some stuff here in the school. I don't know if my builds are going to work. We may have to get out of this. So this is one of my favorite clubs. This is Educators Rising. It's one of my favorites because I'm in it. We actually go back, and we went back to Municipal Elementary here, and we did some classroom teaching with the kids. And so one of the classes they taught was PE. They did computers. They did some library stuff. We've gone and made cookies with the kindergartners last year. But there's a lot of other clubs you can be involved with. FCCLA, that's Future Career College Leaders of America. It's kind of a home ec type thing. There's the Robotics Club. What else have we had? We've had a gaming club in the past.
We have had an anime club. We have an art club. We have an art show every year as well.
Yep.
I'm going to feel bad leaving some clubs out.
I know.
Just have a lot of clubs. So we will have a list for you. So when you get there, we'll have a list of clubs you can look at. We'll have to see how clubs work this year as well. With not being, we have some restrictions on how many times we can meet and things like that. But still, we'll announce when clubs get started.
It'll be awesome. All right, so another way you can get involved, this is our musical. If you are artistically inclined, these are some of the kids from year before musical. Which one was this one?
Oh, I knew it till you just asked.
I'm sorry. Mrs. Beam was going to kill us.
Last year was Thoroughly Modern Millie, but this one was...
It was some good
it was
thing.
good.
How to Succeed in Business Without Even Trying.
Yes,
That's
that
what
one.
it was.
Yep, good.
Okay, so chance just kind of hang out. A lot of hard work goes into this, but there are things you can be in. You can audition for the advanced band, the advanced orchestra. There's lots of artsy things. You mentioned the art show already.
Mm-hmm. And with the musical, you don't have to be like the singer. You can be one of the actors that doesn't have a solo.
Stage crew.
You can be on the stage crew. We're going to have an awesome stage this year. And our tech part where they have the lighting and the sound system is upstairs in the library. Then it points down into it's amazing. It's like actual technology that...
We used to just have a table in the back of the cafetorium, and they'd set the little soundboard on it, and we'd hope for the best. We're really excited about some of the things in the school.
Yes.
So, assemblies. Now, our assemblies are going to be a little bit different this year. This is a shot from our Veterans Day assembly.
Oh, one of my favorites.
It is awesome. We have family members that are veterans come in. If you have a family member that's a vet, we want to honor them in some way. And even with some of the restrictions we're going to have with assemblies, Mr. Murray, our principal, said, we've got to do that. We've got to find a way to make this happen because this is one of the coolest. And we've got this flag that's the size of a volleyball court. So that's kind of cool. Speaking of volleyball, coming up here. Oh, no. We got another club here. This is Oktoberfest. It's a way you can get involved. That's Raz there having a bratwurst. We didn't tell him what it was made out of. But you can get yourself root beer. We have root beer chugging contest. We do some things like this after school.
Yeah, our German club put this one on.
Yeah, German club did this one. So if you're taking German, you can join the club there. You don't have to be a participant in German club to come participate in their fundraiser.
Yeah.
But there was a cookie and a drink and a brat.
Fruit beer chugging contest.
Oh, heavens.
That burned a little. That hurt me.
I've won a couple times, but dang.
Not root beer. I can't chug root beer.
You kids are getting fast, so. But we do some stuff like that. We'll have some modified lunch activities and some things like that. But that's one way you can get involved. And even go and being a spectator at some of our games.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have as much fun in school as you decide to have.
Yep, junior high can be as great as you make it.
All right, teams. You want to talk about teams? I think you have an interest here, don't you?
Yes. So besides the best sport, which is volleyball, just because I coach it, no, there's plenty of other sports as well. So
you wouldn't know what to talk to her, though. There's volleyball and then some other things.
So beginning of the year, there's football tryouts and there's softball tryouts. And then we move on to volleyball. Yeah.
And National Academic League? Okay.
Our National Academic League. And if you have any older kids or you just follow Roy Junior activities, our National Academic League team last year, you want to take it away?
They went to the quarterfinals nationwide.
Yes.
So,
and we were going to win until COVID shut us down.
I mean, seriously. But we were the first ones to make it to the quarterfinals, so I kind of think we're the national champs.
Oh, I'm just going to say we are.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yes. So if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like Jeopardy, how do you... They basically...
They answer questions against a team they're competing against.
They buzz in if they know the answer.
You're on a team. You do some studying beforehand. It's a good way to put miscellaneous facts in your brain, because those come in handy sometimes.
If you're good at memorizing random facts, then that's...
Even if you're not, you just want to go learn. Yep. There's a presentation portion.
Yep. So if you like debating,
Yeah, you'll know in advance what your subject is. Do some research. So day of, they'll give you the question along that topic line. You come up with an answer, come down, present it. There's all kinds of really cool things for you.
Yeah. So there's that. And after those two sports, we have boys basketball and then girls basketball. And then we have baseball and track. And I used to coach track, and I loved track because you make the team. If you show up and you get your paperwork in, you get to be on the track team.
Yeah. We have huge participation. I mean, like 100 boys, 100 girls-ish.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then once you make the track team, then you can specify what your specialty is, I guess.
You were a thrower, right?
Yep. So shot put, discus, and then there's high jump, long jump, and
sprinting and long run.
And hurdles, and so there's lots of different things you can do. So lots of ways to be on a team or be in a club.
Okay, dances. Dances are always a lot of fun after school. You can see they're dressed up a bit here. Ladies have got on the dresses here. The guys have got on ties. So you go. It's hot. That's okay. You have fun. You hang out with your friends. And again, it's junior high. It's what you do. This is the under the sea theme here. Hence the bubbles in the water, and he has a random whale on a stick. So, this was in December. Hence the Mickey with the Christmas
and
hat.
It's not high school dances where you have to get a date and do the whole big... You just come and hang out and dance with your friends.
Yep, you do. So, all right, staying informed. This is one of our principal ways that we like to communicate with you on a short-term basis, and that is through the use of the RAS text. Now, some of you have used MyConnect with teachers you've had before. So what I need you to do, this is the interactive portion. You need to pull out your phone. I'm serious. Pull out your phone. You're going to send a text to 70288. What you're going to do, you're going to send that text, and you're going to probably get, maybe 2 or 3 texts a day. They typically go out 5 or 6 o'clock at night, unless I forget to send them. Then they'll go out like at 8:47 or something. Whenever it was I got to it. Send a text to 70288, and you're going to do join at RJHRAS. What this will let you know, the day before an early out, we're going to let you know, hey, it's an early out. Mom, Dad, you probably need to remember that so you can get kids picked up from school and whatnot. Before parent-teacher conferences, if we're doing an activity at lunch, This isn't just for mom and dad. This is for students too. You guys can all get signed up. You know what's going on. So you're going to tell mom, hey, mom, I'm staying for the home softball game. And mom will say, I didn't get a text on no home softball game. So
you're trying
yeah,
something there.
Or mom might say, hey, you should go to that home football game.
Well, I work at the school and I still get these text messages. I signed up for it because sometimes it's nice just to get that reminder at night. To be like, oh, yeah, I knew about that.
Oh, that is tomorrow, yeah. Even me, even though I make the texts, I'll do them at the beginning of the week. And it's like, oh, yeah, it is Thursday night. Tomorrow we got such and such.
Yep, lots of ways for parents to be informed of what's going on.
Yeah.
So this is the best way.
This really is. You can join it. Tell all your friends about it. You'll be one of the cool kids. You'll be in the know.
Another thing you really need to do as parents is go on the portal and make sure you've put an email in there. I can't, as a counselor, administration, we can't go and add an email for you. You have to do it through the portal yourself. And the district is wanting us to be as paperless as possible, so all information that the school sends out, they don't send letters anymore. Grades don't get sent out paper anymore.
But a text will go out, tell you the grades are coming.
Yes, but
So
then you have to look on the portal to see your grades. But if you want the email so you know what's going on with school, join the text, join the emails. It's very good as a parent to be informed and involved.
All right. Well, hey, that pretty much sums up what we need to tell you guys for this back to school. I'm excited. I have so missed kids. I love.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, my wife is so sick of me. Anyway, we love what we do, and we're so excited to meet you guys.
Yep, it's going to be an interesting year, but we all just need to have good attitudes and be patient with each other, and we'll get through it, and we'll have a good year.
Perfect. Hey, everybody. Hope to see you soon, and have yourselves a great night, or day, or morning.
Goodbye.
Whatever.